Welcome back to the Patrick Regan Show. Rocking out with Jay in there in the producer booth. We're up on the last segment here on the Patrick Regan Show here on the Libertarian Lighthouse Radio Network. Here, this is a short segment, so we'll kind of hit these things kind of quickly. I did want to get to this whole Benghazi thing here. I want to say one thing about this whole ordeal that's been brought back up really with revelations that the government is trying to cover up everything that it's been doing to minimize the damage to the Obama administration. You know, we wouldn't be in this mess if we weren't running all over the Middle East, sticking our noses into other countries' business. We shouldn't have been in Libya to begin with. Why did we have a diplomatic mission in an unstable country? Maybe because we're up to other things there that we shouldn't be doing. We are heading down this same road in Syria. I've even covered it on this show. You can go check our archives at youtube.com/Patrick Regan Show. Just look a few weeks back for the segment on Syria. And I even have some quotes from Dr. Ron Paul in that segment as well, back from last year. He was warning us about this. But anyway, we're heading down this same road in Syria, and we need to stop before we get sucked into another civil war. Now, I've read from various news outlets stories of how some of our people are working with Al-Qaeda to overthrow the Assad regime. The news people are almost delighted to report how good the cooperation is going. Am I the only person, or do we not remember Afghanistan? We worked with Al-Qaeda against the Soviets. Oh, yeah, great idea. We ran the Soviets out, and when they were finished with that, Al-Qaeda figured, hey, we'll thank the Americans by attacking our country. Yet, here we are again, same situation, different country. We aren't learning from history. It's not that long ago. It's back in the 80s. But here we are repeating it again, hoping the outcome will be different this time. What we need to do is just pull back, stop all this meddling in other people's business, and just worry about us. I'm not talking about isolationism. I'm talking about minding our own business. If I'm living in a neighborhood, I'm not peeking into my neighbor's windows to see what they're doing. Is that being isolationist? Well, of course not. It's called minding your own business. We have over 900 military bases around the world right now. In fact, that's just an estimate. You can't get an accurate count from them, from the government. The number varies from 700 to over 1,200, but we'll go with the 900 that most people seem to agree on. Do you realize in this world we only have 196 countries? We have 900 bases and 196 countries. No, that doesn't sound like we're poking our noses into other people's business too much now, does it? No way. Would we tolerate foreign military bases in our country? Of course not. We're the good guys, right? But we'll sure stick our noses and bases in other countries. No problem. The solution to all this is a pullback from around the world. It would save money, it would save lives, and it would remove the United States as the country oppressive leaders could blame for their citizens' problems. I just want to get that on, guys, because we're seeing a lot of parallels here between all this now that we're talking about going into Syria. Real quick, one thing I want to hit on too before we go out here. We got a couple of minutes, and I know a lot of people who aren't familiar with libertarians. They think they're all a bunch of potheads wanting to legalize marijuana. And this is a common misconception. And what I wanted to bring up was in July 2001, a new law in Portugal, they changed the offense of drug use or possession from a criminal one with a possible punishment, with prison as a possible punishment. They changed that to an administrative crime or punishment where the amount possessed, if you had no more than 10 days supply of that substance, then it was just an administrative ticket, really, is what you had. And I want to talk about what the fallout was from this change. When you talk about in this country, you have people who start screeching about how drug use will skyrocket and everyone will be on drugs, the country will be ruined. In the 12 years, HIV has gone down 17%. Drug-related deaths have been reduced. Reported lifetime use of marijuana increased just 4%. Cocaine went up 1%. Ecstasy 0.7 and heroin 0.4. Now, 3/4 of those numbers are 1% and under. Drug use among adolescents and problematic users also declined, and drug-related criminal justice workloads also declined. And hey, guess what? The street value of most illicit drugs also significantly decreased. Well, duh, you stop making it illegal, and the price is going to drop, which leads to that reduction in the drug-related offenses, because defending your drug corner is no longer profitable. And you ever wonder why they don't sell alcohol on the street corner? It's because it isn't illegal, so there's no huge profit margin. Same thing would happen to drugs if we dropped the criminalization of it. The honest fact is we lose too many police officers in this country to enforcing what is essentially an indictment of a lifestyle choice that harms no other than the user. Now, sure, it affects other people, but the only physical harm is to the user, unless they decide to commit a crime to support their habit. But you could also say the same thing about alcohol. So we've solved that with prohibition, and that's something we need to look at as far as this drug use is concerned as well. All right, we're up on the end of the Patrick Riggins Show. I want to thank everyone for tuning in here on our new home, News Talk 98.7 WOKI, where the Patrick Riggins Show will be residing for the foreseeable future. I also want to thank Jay, the producer in there, who's playing some good music. If you want more information about us, you can go to our Facebook page. We're at facebook.com/Patrick Riggins Show, facebook.com/Patrick Riggins Show. Also, you can go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com, again, /Patrick Riggins Show. Kind of works out good that way. And if you want to email us, again, patrickriggins@gmail.com. I need to shorten that up to something. Maybe just PRS or something. And you can always drop us a card or letter here at the WOKI studios here on Kingston Pike in Knoxville. I think we're wrapping. How much time we got left, Jay? He's popping the mic on.
You got 1 minute.
1 minute. Well, okay.
Feel free to freestyle.
All right. I don't have my normal, what is it, the little thing you scratch with as far as the rap?
Turntables?
Exactly.
Nice.
See, now everybody thinks I'm young and I don't know what the heck a turntable is. Oh, yes.
You're now hip on that language. So.
Yeah. Yeah, now the kids think, oh, he's hip. All right. Oh, there's the music. Well, thank you for listening here on our new station in Knoxville, WOKI. And be sure and join me next Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m., where we'll resume our fight for freedom, liberty, and the restoration of the Constitution. Thank you again for listening, and have a fantastic week.